haven't found this. It's the last day of June. I'm sure this video won't be up until July, but today is the last day of June and it is berry season. It's so exciting. There is a wall of these delicious black raspberries behind me. They're super thorny, but putting them along the trellis and being able to stick them into the trellis has worked so well. And then right here we've got our service berry tree, which looks like the birds and possibly the squirrels. Probably, it looks like the birds have picked clean pretty much all the berries that were left on this. I did harvest from it. It's been harvested from, but looks like we've got one here. And you really want to get them, the more purple, the better. But of course, you're also competing with birds. But I don't mind sharing, not with you squirrels, I don't mind sharing with the birds because I feel like they really do help keep down the Japanese beetle population. So attracting birds to come and eat our bugs. Sure, you can have some berries too. We'll call it a nice even trade. Now, even though our biggest Juneberry plant has been picked clean, yep, really picked clean. That's okay because we have plenty more in the garden. Now, the birds haven't really discovered this younger plant so much yet. So these have gotten super purple. Ooh. They're so good. They're a little bit blueberry. They're also, they taste like mixed berry jam, which I know is pretty weird, but they taste like mixed berry jam. But yeah, I think at the end of this video, we'll do a berry harvest because, I have been slacking. It is time. The air quality has been terrible, but today is the day to be out in the garden picking some delicious fruit. This little raised garden bed, I put irrigation in it for the first time this year, and it is doing really well. I mean, obviously, we've got a lot of weeds that need to come out, but this, I believe that this is a 1,000 head kale, and it is doing so well. This is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And one of the things that I really like about this particular kale is that the leaves can get really, really big. So I feel like it really saves on effort in preparing it because you can just rip the spine out of one of them and chop up the leaves. You don't have as many fiddly little bits of kale leaves to deal with. We also have, I never remember the name of it, maybe I'll look it up, this kale that has more of a cabbage taste to it. So I made roasted vegetables last night, and I used kale and cabbage. Now you'll notice that I've got some pretty holdy kale. I haven't really done anything to protect these from the bugs. What I do with the ones that are super holdy is I just snap them off and give them to the chickens. This bed is right next to the chicken run, so the stuff that I put in there I kind of grew just for the chickens. But it's also the best place for kale to grow. The kale that I've put other places just isn't as happy, so we're gonna have to share. They don't get to have all of it, but they can sure have some. I planted these golden raspberries a few years ago and never managed to get a harvest out of them. But this year they have been just so glorious. I don't know if it's just they needed that time or I added irrigation to them, but these are the most delicious raspberries. Think of all the raspberries that I have. These are my new favorite. They're so good. And all of the squash are growing up the trellis. So you just have to take the vines and tuck them in to sort of control them a little bit, or they will just go everywhere. Babies. And then cucumber come in slowly. I've been trying to fill in the holes, but Something has eaten. Every time I plant stuff along this one, something has come and eaten them. So I think this is the third time that I've planted things and they're sort of taking for now. But this is the true exciting thing. This is our first zucchini of the year. Now corn. I don't grow corn because I can't grow corn. But I tried one more time this year and I put covers on them. And I put I know they're really, really close together, but I don't have a lot of space. So it is what it is. But I planted about 98 corn seedlings in this area. And then once they got to be like a foot high, they started getting too tall for my little protectors. So I took the protectors off and immediately we're down to 20. But I do have some corn. And then I should probably figure out something to put in this hole here. Because most of them look like they got trampled, but this one has been just getting chewed from the top down. Oh, this too, chewed from the top down. So I don't know. Usually I blame squirrels, but I don't even know. Got a bunch of peppers hiding in here. Our rhubarb looks like it's bounced back nicely. I did have to give it a really extreme harvest because it started to get a red spot on it. Yeah, here this one still has it. So this red spot. Now from what I can tell, this is a fungus. Is that a red spot or is that just stuff on it? That's just stuff on it. From what I can tell, the way to treat it is just to remove all of the affected leaves. Oh, it doesn't really leave a lot. This poor plant. But you want to remove all of the affected leaves that have the red spot and get rid of the leaves. Don't put them in the compost, put them in the trash. But you can still eat this, even though this is smaller than you'd want for rhubarb. It's still edible. It just has the red spot. So we have earlier this year when I first realized what was going on, I ended up with a whole laundry basket full of just rhubarb stems. Just the stalk. It's our first tomato. It's not even July yet. Well, no, not even the first tomato because I already ate 2 of them. But we've got some tomatoes ripening up, which is really exciting. Yeah. Okay. So that's a good amount pulled out to get rid of the red spot. Well, this is the first. My berry bowl is filled. I did put some black raspberries in it, but this is almost all service berries or June berries, which we've never had this many before. And this is, trying to pick only the really, really ripe ones and the really, really nice ones. Still plenty on the plants for birds to come and finish off. One year I saw a cardinal couple eating the surface berries, and it was really fun to watch them fly up, jump up, and grab them. So hopefully they'll come back. I don't know why. Really loud. I don't know why this plant in particular is being ignored, since it's so heavy with fruit. It's practically on the ground. But I think it might have something to do with it being next to the compost bin. Maybe it's just unappealing. I get it. It's a little smelly for me too. But I guess I have to go get a different bowl so I can harvest the raspberries now. bowl pretty much full of the black raspberries. So of course now I need to go and bathe in hydrogen peroxide because it was very, very thorny. But ooh, a couple more reachable ones. Yeah, there's probably more that I could get, but that would require, get out of there, bug. But that would require really getting in with long sleeves, and I don't want to change just for this. Berries everywhere. This is easily my biggest berry haul for like one picking ever. Everything is kicking off this year. What am I going to do with all these berries? Well, I know one thing I'm going to do. My favorite thing to do with berries is make frozen sorbet. And you can head on over to watch my garden fairies make some berry sorbet right now. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!